So for the past few weeks, I've been trying to create my own blog to generate some SEO traffic for my app. I tried to use Sanity. I tried to use a bunch of other CMSs to make it easier so I can make the content dynamic and change it. But I found them to be too bloated for what I need them to actually do. It's really all I want to do is just create a simple blog. So at this point, I've decided to create my own CMS specifically geared towards blogs and metadata and SEO and all of that. And I want to walk you through on how to use it. So the first thing that we'll go over is just the front end, how the blog actually looks. And this can obviously just be whatever you want it to be. I just built it something quick. It's a little bit broken. Um, right now, just in terms of style, but it's just something to show you how it works. But you can see, it gets dynamically fetches the blog title, the description, author, date, and all that. And if you click on this, you get the article. So if we look at what's going on with the code, um, right here, this is the landing page for my sample blog. And you can see we're just doing list posts. Blog post card, which is just a custom component I made to show it that you saw on the page earlier. And that's really it. So it's just lists, and you can go into posts, for example. So posts dot data dot posts, and then we'll just do map console log. So like if we do post, the author, category, created, description, feature image, and all this stuff right here. And yeah, it all just comes straight from my package. And then we just have the article layout. And all this really is just a page with, prose that's just styling the text to make it look like an article and stuff like that. It checks here to see if you can get the post. Oh, and this is from my package get post by slug. So basically it'll take in, you go to slash article, you put the slug into the URL. It takes the slug in from the parameters, and it basically it just fetches the post by the slug and then puts all the data down here. Pretty simple. It's kind of like a usual blog setup. So now we're going to take a tour of the dashboard area for my blog CMS. So now we're just going to go slash dashboard, and I'm already logged in, but I'm already logged in. So but it normally pops up with like a login. You have to be an admin and stuff like that. But yeah, this is basically just the back end. And so you can go under all posts, see the posts here that I have. You hit new post. That will create a post with an editor right there. And you can fill the categories. And these categories are populated by here. So you can like create a new category. So for example, right, what if we wanted to edit this post, the first post here about the iPhone? All we have to do is just hit edit, and that's it. Loads it up. And this editor is using TipTap. It comes from like an open source. Somebody made an open source version of it, pre-styled, that I did use to make it easier to integrate. And I'll be linking all of that on the GitHub when this comes out so that you can see it. But yeah, you can create a slug, featured image, the author, title, give it a small description, and that all just shows up right. Oh, no, not that page. Shows up right on this page here automatically. And that's it. All right, so now we're going to take a look at how the dashboard works, how the actual back end of this app actually works. Right now, I have it as a package and internal dependency for my Turbo repo, where I'm just kind of just building and testing things and stuff like that. And for authentication, I'm using BetterAuth, which I have in its own package here. I'm also using Prisma as a database, and I'm looking to support that for the future, and maybe expand different database packages, see how I can create an adapter or something like that to be able to work with this. But right now, we'll go into the blog package, and you can see I have the source folder. It's separated by two folders. There's admin, and then there's fetch. Admin, as you would guess, is where all the back editing with admin privileges, like your writers and stuff like that, or you if you're an a developer, um, would just, you know, use all of these to implement. Well, the dashboard's already there, but you could use these to implement your own dashboard, build on top of it, or use the one that's built in, which I'll give you the example for that too, um, like the files. Um, but yeah, basically, like if you go under posts, create posts. So it's pretty simple. Um, right here, we're taking in post as an input. And basically, if we were to go under, so if we go under blog, app, uh, dashboard, post, no, yeah, post, and we'll say new post, edit page, you can see that we're taking in create post. Um, and then right here, when we submit the form, we're taking in post data, which is set here. And it's using the types directly from Prisma, which is nice so that you don't actually, I didn't write it manually. Every time, if you have to make changes to the database or anything like that, or regenerate your Prisma schema, it'll just pull it straight from there, and then you can make your changes based off of that. But it takes in the basics like title, description, content category, which is controlled by a separate table. Tags, the slug, and feature image, which I have hard coded right now because I need to figure out basically how to what service I'd want to use to be able to upload these images and store them, and then author, and that's really it. It's just a submit a form that submits it to the database. It's pretty simple, and it just repeats for each one of these: create category, update category, delete category. Um, delete category posts. So right now with the dashboard, it'll actually check, to see if there's posts that exists within a category. And if it does, it'll ask you, would you like to delete these posts with the category removing it and stuff like that. And yeah, and then fetch. These are all public facing, or what I'd recommend is public facing. There's no authentication to view these. Like, for example, fetching categories. If you want to display them on the page, you can click on each category, show articles under each one. Um, Posts, which simply just is the list post that I was talking about earlier. It gets all the posts in there and actually filters it out depending on certain things. There's pagination and all that stuff. Um, and then metadata, which is blank because I'm still working on this. So like I said, I'm not going to be able to release this anytime soon. Got some stuff to work on still, but basically just simple like generating metadata for the page, working on first prioritizing support with Next.js. So, and then maybe expanding, learning how to do metadata on other frameworks to build it in. But yeah, so I'll do a lot of that there that you can import into Next.js, so that you don't have to do metadata yourself. Just import one thing and you're good. So if you made it to the end of the video, I wanted to just say thank you for watching. Um, I have future plans for this. I want to start off small and do something very specific and do it really well. Um, and then eventually grow it to other frameworks and try to grow it into a big community. But right now, starting small and then eventually release the hosted version to make it easier, just plug and play for anyone to use it, and even open source. So if you want to self-host it yourself, you can in a serverful or serverless environment. But that's it. Thanks for watching.